welcome back. And I know for those who have watched the end of last episode, you can't believe this is happening. But yes, we are back with Crusader Kings 3, and we are going to be doing the tutorial again, but this time we're actually going to understand it. So, um, basically at the end of last tutorial, I thought the tutorial was broken because I couldn't do anything. But in fact, I just needed to let the war play out. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to go to the tutorial and we are going to play the full tutorial and we're going to check this thing out. I mean, we need to get into this game. I think this game's going to be fun. We'll do the full tutorial. Okay, for the camera, we got that down. We can move the camera around. Basically, if you zoom out, you can see the whole world here. Well, maybe not the new world, but certainly the old world. Um, and yeah, this is you've got all of Africa here. You've got India over here, Asia, Europe, and our kingdom, our petty kingdom, basically is here on the island of Ireland. So this is where we are, and then when we zoom in, we can see. You can zoom all the way into basically cities and stuff, but here we can see that this is our highlighted area that we are the petty king of, and that includes 3 different counties here. So, or earldoms, I suppose, since we're Irish. So, but you could also see that um, that we don't actually own all of these. In other words, um, this is not all. Well, we do own them, but we don't rule. I guess we do rule them, but there are people that we put in charge sometimes of those things. So anyway, let's go back and so we have the camera down. We got that. We can pause the game. We know how to do that. There's tool tips that'll tell us. It says that if you hover over, but that's for the PC. Here, if you just stick around long enough, they'll show up. So those tool tips will show up. All right, so let's talk about the land. So there's large and small territories, okay? So the titles are represented by elaborate coat of arms shown by icons, and we can see those icons here. See, I got my coat of arms up there, and you can see that it matches with this one right here. And this is a different coat of arms here, down here. So somebody else has that. So you can see those. The most prestigious title that I own is the Petty King. Okay, um, so I also hold the Earldom of Thomond. Okay, so those are my 2 titles. So I am Munster is my primary title, which is why the realm is named after it. But I also hold the Earldom of Thomond. Okay, so you can see that if I zoom out, Munster is the whole realm, and then Thomond is where I am the Earl of Thomond. So you can see I'm the petty king merchant of Munster. So I'm the petty king of Munster, and I am also the Earl of this area. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. I can rule over others. I make them their vassals, my vassal. And so to find your own land, I got to go to the character radial, which is L2. And then I go to my location, and I am right here in Thomond. That's where I am. That's where my castle is, I guess. Although I don't see my castle right now, but that's okay. Characters. Let's go open the character menu. There we go. I have to make sure that my dynasty survives, and that's done by having heirs and so forth. And then here are skills. So my character has some skills, and I can click on them, and I'm very, very good at diplomacy, as you can see. Um, I'm going to, and while we're at this, and go ahead and digest some of this stuff, I'm going to go ahead and add this to the playlist. And if you do want to um, chat with me about this game, feel free to jump in here and go ahead and chat. I'm going to go ahead and add this uh, to the playlist of Crusader Kings. And this is going to be a Crusader Kings episode 1B, okay? So let's go ahead and hop into this. And now um, I'm in the chat, so if you want to chat with me, feel free to do so, and I will do it. All right, so Martial, I am average. Stewardship, I am average. Intrigue, I am terrible. And learning, I am also terrible. So, because I'm impatient, apparently. So, yeah, so those are all my skills. So, diplomacy improves others' opinions. Martial is the armies, of course. Stewardship is about gold and managing your personal lands. Intrigue is about scheming and finding secrets. And then learning is about studying. All right, so the other things that we have are traits. Now, these traits are education or commander traits or just personal traits. There's also traits that can get passed down to your heirs as well, congenital traits, right? So I am temperate, wrathful, and impatient. So what I can do is I can go down here and we can see that I'm a charismatic negotiator. So it's from my education. My diplomacy is really high. And you saw that it was excellent. So that is very good for me. I also am a patriarch. It's a family hierarch, lifestyle trait. So that's good. And I'm also a rough terrain expert, which is kind of cool. So that gives me the upper hand in battle in some rough terrain. I am also temperate, which increases my stewardships and makes me more virtuous. So that's kind of nice. Um, I'm also gregarious, which also helps my diplomacy because people like to, spend time with gregarious people. Some people don't, but most people do. I'm also impatient, so my learning goes down. Travel speed goes up. Hostile scheme power goes up. Prestige goes up, and also travel safety goes down. So that's pretty much what my traits are there. So yeah, and they also influence how other people view, because you saw that impatient, if you meet a patient person, they don't like you too much. All right. So yeah, everyone's got an opinion of you, and like for example, my player Air here, he's got an opinion of 100 of me, which I think is the top it can go. So that's really good. In other words, my I believe he's my son. He likes me, so that's nice. So there's gold, of course, and but money can't buy everything because you got to have prestige as well. So prestige it lets you know how respected you are, and also piety is all about devotion and so forth. So you can spend that if you need to. All right. So lifestyles of the rich and famous. If you have a character right here, I realize you got a character, you're going to have a type of lifestyle. So let's go ahead and hold down the L2 and go to lifestyle. And then this should really match, you want to match up with your skills and your traits. So we got to do a focus. So let's go ahead and do a focus. We're definitely going to select diplomacy because that is by far our most the one that's going to basically boost us the most. And like I said in the tutorial 1A, we have all those perks unlocked there for family. So we're going to do the family focus. That was also one of my traits as well. So let's go ahead and do that. And then this will give us some bonuses here, as you can see. All right. So, other characters. Now that we selected a focus, we can interact with other characters. And let's go ahead and go to our player heir's character portrait. And let's check him out. So, let's go to here. We'll go to the player heir. And we will check him out. There he is. He's at my court. And he is my son, looks like. And he's only 18 years old. All right. Highlight the character's portrait and press square to see the interactions. Okay, so we want to send a gift. Everybody likes gold. We want to bribe him basically to like him more. Although I'm not sure why we would do that because he's already at 100. So it doesn't really make much sense, except I guess just to send him a little gift. Let's see, we had 1,231. We're going to give him 50, and he's going to gain 90 opinion, but not sure why we would do this again. I think it's just for the tutorial purposes, but we just lost $50 for nothing because, well, we didn't need to. He already liked us at 100, and as you can see, it didn't go up. He still likes us at 100. Let's see here. So we had the message at the bottom right, which is great. All right, so we're going to play as a family. So again, this is a dynasty game. So if you die, the game doesn't end if you have an heir. If you don't have an heir, the game actually ends. So it's very important to have an heir. So we have our coat of arms there, and yeah, you can see it sitting on our shield right there, so that's good stuff. All right, let's go back to the tutorial. All right, so here we go. Yeah, so basically we need to make sure we have an heir, and we're going to go to the realm area here, and we're going to go to succession so we can see what the laws are. In some cases, when you take over a new character, you can find out that maybe the new heir or the new ruler is responsible for the demise of the previous ruler. So, yeah. Anyway, we also have renown. It gives us, the famous points, basically. Raises the level of splendor, that kind of stuff. So, to view the dynasty legacy of a character's dynasty, we select the dynasty coat of arms in the character radial. So I'll show you how that is. So this is the house down here. And you can see that we are valor, strength, and might. And we were founded in 978 by King Brian of Ireland, which is nice. Thank you, Brian, for doing that. And this is us. We have a maximum military strength of 977. And Brian MacMurchad Brian, I suppose, is me. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That is my son. He is the house head heir. So another house head will replace him if they exceed his maximum military strength by a significant margin. In other words, they need 1075, and then they could, supplant him as the rightful next ruler. All right, so I am not married. I guess I had a son in a previous marriage, and maybe she died. Not uncommon for back in 1066. We were on 15th of September, 1066. You can see that down there in the bottom right. And I believe that we should get a spouse for me. So let's go to the character menu. All right. And then we are going to, we can set up marriages. There's two different options. So let's go to an unmarried character, which is me. And um, select find spouse. So we can arrange a marriage, or we can just find a spouse. And this we're going to do is just find a spouse. All right. So it opens a list. They hail from courts all over the world. Choosing an arranged marriage also opens a list, but only with people of the court, from the court. In other words, just local. So let's take a look and see. Some we can there's many factors, right? So we can see what their traits are, what their alliances are, all those kind of things. So we're going to need to send a proposal to somebody. So we can do a sort here and say, well, what's the sum of all skills? Who's the best there? And that's this woman here. We could do a prestige gain or alliance. How about we do alliance power? What's this all about? Well, that person's only 10 years old, so that's not going to be good. They're Czech as well, so that's probably not going to be a good deal there. Prestige gain, the same. But looks like Agnes might be the best choice. Let's take a look at Agnes. She's at Duke Dato's court in Jutterbog. Can we find out where that is? Okay, let's see. All right, it's way over here. Wow, look at that. In the Holy Roman Empire, looks like Germany would be the area actually here. This looks like Germany to me. So she's way over here. So that's quite interesting. So let's go here, find a spouse, right? And yep. And I think Agnes is probably the one we want to go with, right? I mean, it's under relevance, but maybe there's something better. Rank? Page 0. Yeah, don't know about that. Wow, Bertha's 45 years old. We could go with the old Bertha. Um, Catholic Saxon. She's a wandering righteous empath in Cologne. Wow. But I don't think so. That's so obscure, right? I mean, that'd just be like weird. Oh, Gertrude is a wandering rapacious absolver. Again, just not quite what I'm looking for. Who's got the most opinion of me? Wow, this one really likes me. Let's see here. Huh. At Earl Domnall's court, courtier of Earl Domnall, a compassionate paragon. Interesting. So who's this guy? The Earl Domnall Macnial of Oriel, a foreign ruler. Interesting. And she is right there. And where is he located? Okay, way up here in Oriel. Okay. That might not be bad. That's a pretty good um, sizable area there. All right, that's kind of cool. Um, what about this guy? Who's she? Tag McMurdach Karthai. Okay. She is the spy master. Oh, wait. Is that a she or is that a he? That might be a he. Um, let's be honest. Um, they did have longer hair back then. So I have a feeling that is a man. I have a feeling that is a man. And is that a man? I mean, it's hard to know with that name. I just really don't know. 17 years old. Wow. Um, hmm. I think it's a man. All right. Well, we're not going to mess around with that. Let's go over here and see. Um, I'm liking this. Or what about up here? What about right there? What is that? Okay. So this guy, Petty King, um, has a spouse, and does he have? He's got a family. He has a child, but it's a son. Okay. So what about somebody like here next to me? Two children. Is that a man or a woman? How can you tell? Does it have anything in here about men or women? I mean, I don't. It has a liege. That kind of looks like a woman. She's a dishonorable villain. Wow, she's only 16. I don't, man, I don't know about her. All right, let's just go back to the character view and find the spouse. And yeah, I keep on going back to this one because the sum of all skills is the highest. Oh, got some chat going on here. Let's see here. A whole bunch of stuff. Confession has nothing to do with salvation. That is incorrect. That is incorrect. Confession, you have to confess first of all. I mean, we're not talking about confessing to others, but you have to confess to God that you're a sinner and that you need his son. Otherwise, why would you need his son? You wouldn't. So that is incorrect. I will go ahead and remove this from the chat. We need to make sure believing in Jesus and who Jesus is isn't enough. You must trust for what he did to you on the cross. That is true. Just who he was, isn't good enough to get salvation. So we will continue. All right, let's go on and let's see here. So she's a treacherous villain, though. I just don't feel good about that. I don't really want to go with a treacherous villain. She does gain me the most prestige, which is kind of strange. But you know what? We're going to go with Agnes. Agnes is probably a dishonorable ravener. Wow. But she's a daughter of a duke, and why not? We'll send the proposal, and we have a good high chance of having children. Although I don't know if I want to have any more. I already have the one, but maybe it's better to have more. But she's going to go ahead and accept, and boom. We have just formed an alliance, so that's really good. And congratulations. He is very happy. Plus 20, I guess, is good. So, um, yes, uh, we're going to do that. We recommend that you use find spouse for your heir as well. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that here. Let's select him. And he's only 18. He needs to find a spouse, I guess, at 18. Okay. Let's do it. Find a spouse. Um, so let's take a look and see. Again, we could marry him off to somebody, well, extremely young, but I don't think that would be the way to go. Um, wow, there's a lot of people here um, that we could choose from here. But I'm thinking that, okay, wait a minute. Here's the Norwegian, Helga Harald, Harald, Haraldsdottir, Krovan. Let's take a look. Um, so they have to get betrothed, not married, because she's a child. See, she's only 15. But we get 500 prestige for this, though. Um, oh, you can see it's right up there. You can see the map highlighting up there. Uh-huh. Interesting. And they will accept. Chance of children medium. That's kind of unfortunate. Wow, a 41-year-old? I don't think so. Um, Castilian? No. French? Who's in Ireland? I mean, let's just keep this. Who's got a high opinion of me? The Scots do. Oh, here's an Irish woman. Wow, but she's 34. We want to definitely find somebody who is who's going to be able to have a child. So the sum of all skills. Here we are back to this woman here. Um, she's a wandering, treacherous villain. I mean, where is she exactly? She's up here in Scotland, just wandering around. Yeah, I'm not feeling good about that. I would like to have somebody that's closer, you know? I don't. Is that a guy or a girl? I don't know. I just don't know. Um, a dishonorable villain. Boy, that doesn't sound good though. All right, let's go check out some other ones. This one didn't have any children. Had a guy, yeah. How about this one? Certainly looks like boys. How about over here? Why does this guy's spouse look like that? Holy cow. Wow, grandson, son, nephew, spy master. She's only 20, okay. She's an irrational lackey. Uh, doesn't look like she has a spouse. Can we? It's gonna. I don't think we can find him something that simple. In other words, like we would have to go in here. Wow, we have 1,193 characters to look through. That is insane. That's here. We can look by these skills as well and see. So that's diplomacy. Here's some military. Here's some money. Countess the Fair. Wow, but she's 41. That's not going to really give us any children, I doubt. Um, I forgot what that one was. And this is, of course, education. Here, let's do, okay, maximum age. Well, here we go. Age difference of 5. An adult. Fertile. Health, healthy. Religion, we're going to go with Catholic because that's what our family is here. Culture, Irish. Traits, we'll go with some inheritable traits. Definitely heterosexual. Gender is female. Alliances. Okay, so we're getting down to a point where we can't, where we don't have anybody. So we'll just go to all. Okay. Yeah. So nobody's looking good for this. We don't have anybody that can do an alliance with me. But there are a couple here. Oh, wait. What we could do is we could turn off the inheritable traits and just see if anybody can give us an alliance. There is one. What a name. Kaolek Finian Niku Ulad. Wow, what a name. Okay, let's just take a look. She's only 17. Let's see here. What do we select her? She has decent military. What is that fourth one again? Is that oh, that's intrigue, I think. Yeah. That's intrigue. So let's go ahead and select. So if we propose these two get married, apparently 17 is an adult in this age. Who is this guy? That's Kalik Finian Dal Fiatach. And the chance is we get nothing from this, and they get 300 prestige. Wow. Not real pleased with that, although it did say alliance, right? So, can we find out where she is? All right, so she's up here in Ulster. Interesting. Uh-huh. And that is her right there. And it looks like she has a sister who's only 9. Um, and then she's 17. I mean, woof. What a face, though. I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's go to here and go look at the traits. Intrigue will give +2 due to the education. Arbitrary. She does her own thing and has little regard for others. Interesting. Okay, so again, intrigue goes up. Wow, a lot vengeful and ambitious. I mean, poor diplomacy, decent marshal, terrible stewardship, but intrigue is excellent. She can plot. She can do all kinds of crazy things. Um, she can imprison people. Wow. I mean, I guess that would form an alliance with them up there in the north. You know what? I mean, she's not really a nice person, but I think we should do it. Oh, not the arrange the marriage. There she is. Let's go for it, right? I mean, why not? Let's see. We don't get any prestige for it, which kind of stinks, but I don't know why we wouldn't get any prestige for it. But we would get an alliance here. Why don't... Okay, there we go. So similar size force. Let's just do it. Boom. Your son and heir and my daughter, Kaliek Finian, will be joined in holy matrimony. And he got up plus 33, so that's not bad. All right, so it looks like he's got himself a spouse. There she is. And she moved down to the court. So kind of cool. All right. Shall we we can send a gift. No, I already gave them that was sent a gift, yeah. So can we dismiss this? Yeah. And then they got married. And there she is, and she's at peace. So we have ourselves an alliance up there, and that's nice. All right, cool. This tutorial is a lot different than the last one. We're actually doing some stuff here. So we did find, we got married. He got married. I guess it was double wedding. Um, so we have to make sure, yeah, again, that we, depending on the line of succession. So let's go. Let's go to the realm and succession here. So all children inherit equally. We have a male preference, and then we have a designated heir, but we can't do. We only have one son, so we're just going to go ahead and just leave it as is. Okay. Nice. All right, so not everyone in your dynasty will be landowners, but every plot of land has an owner. And sometimes it's me, and sometimes it's a vassal, and sometimes it's another realm completely different than us. So we have an empire, then there's a kingdom, and a duchy, and then a county, and a barony. So the current ruler is in charge of a petty kingdom, which corresponds to a duchy tier. And you can see that this monster is a duchy, and so I am a king of duchy, a petty king, that is. All right, that's how that works. And of course, each of these are counties here. So I am also the Earl of Thomond. So that is how that works. All right. So again, I am the legal right, and it says that I am the legal king of it. I am supposed to be a king of all the thing within the borders of Munster, and that's what I should have, right? So The issue here, though, is that the problem is that um, if we switch to the duchy tiles, we can see that Munster is not just that; it's actually all of this. You see, Munster is actually all of this. So there's a problem here, right? And that is, I actually don't rule over all of Munster. That's probably why I'm a petty king, is because I don't have the whole entire thing. So, um, oh, I got to go ahead and go back to the realm. So, again, my realm is here. And this Desmond area, well, that is actually under Munster. So you can see that you can see that Earl Murdoch MacCarthach of Desmond is the Earl of Desmond, and well, he should not be the Earl of Desmond. He should actually be um, he should actually be underneath me. Yeah, okay, boom, there we go. Sun, right there. Sun. The spy master is the sun. I was hoping that was a boy. All right, let's see here. So yes, as you can see, we have a problem here, and we need to figure this thing out. So let's go ahead and figure this thing out. So the de jure title of Munster consists of three counties. They are Thomond, Desmond, and Ormond. You can see them right here. Thomond, Desmond, and Ormond. And as well as Innis, although it doesn't say it there. These counties are made up by smaller pieces of land, individual holdings that represent settlements. So you can see that here, this is this is a little place, and then this is a different place, and then this is a different place, and so forth. So we can select the county, and this is so over here is a different area and so forth. Okay, so that's how that works. All right. So what they want us to do is they want us to upgrade our building within our main Luminate, that's how you pronounce it, area, and they want us to do bastions and walls. So what we need to do is we need to actually select the holdings here in Luminate, and we have a castle, like I was saying, and we can go ahead and we can upgrade these no, I want tooltips on. There we go. Okay, and then we have bastions and walls here, so that's good. All right, so let's go ahead and upgrade this. It's going to take a little while, but that's good. Once it's constructed, we'll gain the benefits. We have taxes coming in at 2.88. So we can see up there that we got 3.3 coming in total. So obligations are how high they are low. Understand. Okay. Let's go ahead. So as a ruler, we're likely to be a liege of a vassal, and we actually are. So let's go ahead and open the realm area and go to vassals, and you can see that we actually have a vassal, and he's also my spy master. He's the Earl, and he doesn't have a very good opinion of me. So that's not very good, right? We don't want our spy master to not have a good opinion of us. And he is, if I'm not correct, if I'm not mistaken, he's actually over here in Ormond, right? I believe he's over here. Yes. So you can see that that's where he's at, and he's my vassal. So I thought we did do this. Hold on. Let's go to realm again and go to vassals. Okay, good. And here's a list of the vassals. There he is right there. He's an earl inside my realm, and he has a bad opinion of me. It's worthwhile to keep him happy because, well, he can kill me and become the king. So we don't want to have that, obviously. There's a limit to the number of vassals. We're not even close to that limit at this point. But you can grant lower tiered titles to your vassals. You can even create a high tier title to consolidate your power in a region. So there's all kinds of things that can be done there. So the realm is the complete body of land and the tiles that you control, including the areas held by your vassals. This means the counties of Innis, and their earldoms, of course. Innis, Thomond, and Ormond. Okay? So we said that before. Innis, Thomond, and Ormond. Right there. And those are all within Munster. This Desmond is also part of Munster, but we do not actually own that. All right. This is our realm right now. Okay. Some things only affect your domain, which is Ennis and Thomond, which other things impact the entire realm, the Duchy of Munster. Okay? All right. So let's move on. There's a limit to how much we own. So we have to make sure we don't go over the limit there. All right, so we have a council, and let's go ahead and open the council. Here's our council. So we have a duchess, of course, as our petty queen, and they do all kinds of different things. We can change their task by selecting the button near their portrait in the council view. It's a prestigious position. We have to make sure that people are in there and they don't get left out. So we can do schemes. So let's take a look at the schemes in the intrigue area. And, well, you can do good schemes and bad schemes like murdering people. But you could also do, you can sway them to make them like you and so forth. So let's go ahead and go to council. And it says to go to the bishop, but boy, I'd rather do this one here. Because this guy don't like me. So, well, you don't like me too much either. So let's go ahead and let's sway this guy. 92%, and then it'll increase by 25. So every month there's a particular chance of 95% to progress. So that's pretty good. Take 11 months. All right. So once it's in motion, the scheme will slowly progress over time. I think what we really ought to do, to be honest with you, is to this is where we can see our schemes. I mean, I really think we should go to here and sway him as well if we can. Starting anew will abandon the other one. I think we should abandon the other one and go with this one. I mean, it really just makes sense to make sure this guy likes us. All right. I know it's against the tutorial, but I don't think that's going to be a problem at this point. All right, so secrets. We can catch somebody in a secret. then well, we got a little hook on them. So let's go over to hooks and secrets, and we've gained a new favor hook on that Earl that we're swaying here. So the weak hook can be used for a number of things. We can increase the obligations. To access for the menu for changing your contract, you can go to the vassal list in the realm menu, or we can choose modify feudal contract. Where is that? Down here? Yeah, modify a vassal contract. So we have a hook. Um, we can modify this. He is. We could make him. If we give him low taxes, then his opinion will go up 5 on us. So that's kind of cool. The tax at 2.5% right now. I think it's at 5, or no, it's at 10, and levies are at 25. Let's see how high we can go. Oof, that would be pretty bad. Feudal levies. I'm not sure exactly what these are, but we could go down and actually have lower levies as well. He can declare war if I give him the right to declare war. Special council privileges. And then we can protect this. I mean, we could use a hook. So the tax level is plus 0.2. That's pretty low, isn't it? Levies level 49. Oh, levies are the armies. That's the army. He will give us 49. So he would give us 49, which is, I guess, 25% of all the men in his area that can fight. If we went down to 10%, we would have less of an army, which is probably not a good idea. Boy, the taxes are so low, though, that if we went here, the tax would be 0, which, to be honest with you, I mean, we're not getting much out of them anyway. So it might be a good idea to do that. What if we went here? Yeah, we'd only get 18 men. That wouldn't be really good. But his opinion would go up plus 10. What if we gave him... That's the demand council position interaction can be used at will. Powerful vassal opinion minus 2. Opinion with the vassal 5. If we gave him that, his thing would go up 10. What if we... That really doesn't change anything, though. Oh, this allows us to change it. Wait, you can only use you cannot use a hook on a contract already in favor of the vassal. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Because why would you, right? I mean, if we said, hey, we want to go high taxes, although why would we, right? If we want to go, no, you got to give us more people, and we used a hook, You can't use a hook on a contract that's fair to the vassal. Ah, we could take out the guaranteed. Yep, we could take the guaranteed out, and then that would modify him. But boy, that would change his opinion really, really bad. So let's not use a hook. Let's just keep it. I think we should go to feudal taxes low. Um, we can only change it once for each character, though. So that's that's interesting. We really don't want to change his opinion. We don't want him to just be able to. Let's go ahead and give him the guaranteed council rights, and let's protect his title. Um, that makes no sense. Yeah, let's go ahead and we can get his opinion up. We're going to modify his contract, and he just got himself um, more happy with us, more likely, right? So, can we see? He's at minus 24 right now. With the plus 25 from the other swaying, we should be able to get that above zero, and so that's a good thing to do, in my opinion. All right, let's move on. We're going to go to war because the reason why is because, well, that guy that's down there, the Earl of Desmond, he's in my place. He's in my area. And when a war starts, we get some armies, and we have to rally them basically, and that's what we're gonna do. So we gotta have a legitimate reason to start a war. Um, this basically is a claim that I'm gonna make here. So what's gonna go ahead and unpause the game. I can't just yet. Hold on. We got to start the ticking time. We can always change it later. And let's remind the neighbor who the rightful liege it truly is. It's in my realm. I mean, let's be honest. So, uh, using the character interaction system we went over, we got to declare war on the ruler of Desmond, and you should already have a valid casus belli as his title is de jure a part of your realm. True. So let's go ahead and declare war on him. I'm not going to actually start up the... let's get rid of this here. We don't need that anymore. And we don't need this anymore. Okay. Let's go ahead and declare war on him first. And... sorry, buddy. I mean, the simple fact is that I got to seize the entire kingdom here. And I think that this is pretty much the same if I do this. Our military is 1,031. Theirs is what? Oh, that's the money. We've got 3,718. They've got 539. So we're gonna be smoking them. But I believe that this one, the petty kingdom, and also the seize the earldom, is exactly the same. So we gained the county, and this one we gained the contested titles of the earl. So we could also we could force him to be our vassal, and but I don't think I want him to be my vassal. I think I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to just seize the entire kingdom here. So we'll declare war, and we'll seize the kingdom de jure, and we'll declare the war. All right. So now we're going to need to raise armies, And we're going to highlight the red flag, but I'm going to go ahead and unpause it. There we go. And we're going to raise all the armies. And here's our army getting raised. And it looks like we have a decent quality army of 977, so I understand. And now we're going to go ahead and move them. And looks like this is the wedding that we had. So we're going to go ahead and pay for our own wedding. But we're going to move these people over here. There we go. And it's a good time to unpause, and we have unpaused it. So if we take a look here, we can see that we've got 14 days to get there. And we have an advantage in the location, which is 14 minus 5. So that's pretty good. Here's the war. And we can see how the war is going to go. When we get there. So we have 983 soldiers. They have 544. And the military right here, you can see that we're attacking them down here with a war score of 0 right now. But now we're attacking them, and the war has started. And so you can see how this this war is going to go on. We'll turn up the speed a little bit here, and you can see that the war has started here. So the outcome depends on a number of things, the levies and so forth. So we can select the fighting army, and we can see that the Battle of Desmond's going on here, and we're pursuing victory, of course. And that was it looks like the siege is occurring here now. So we're now, looks like looks like he's retreated a bit. Again, we're still in this war, and we have 853 soldiers. They have 290, and you can see like the daily siege progress is here's the army. Oh, looks like he's about ready to attack us again, which is fine. We don't have a problem with that. They've got some more soldiers here. They went to the countryside, I guess, and healed up a little bit, and now they're coming back in December to fight some more, and which is fine. I mean, here we go. How's he getting closer? Let's see, how far does he have to go? All right, now we're back in battle, and we're at the Battle of Desmond, and we got 733. They're down to 149. They're not doing well. They're at -3. We're at +3. So we are definitely doing better than them. And we're pursuing victory. Looks like they're going to retreat. And they're retreating again. Can we go and... Can we go down here and get these guys? Yeah, let's just go. Let's see if we can go down there and attack them. Oh, looks like he's running away. All right, sucker. Go ahead and run away. 19 days, and they're running away for sure. We're pursuing them, though. Okay. Oh, looks like they want to come back here, so we'll cut them off at the pass here. Wow, 34 days? That's a lot. Why can't we just go backwards? Okay, there we go. Let's go back here. Well, that might have been a mistake to move, but we did. And we're gonna. Oh, we just drew our sword. Predicted arrival 0 days. And we should be able to. 20th of March. Have we paused? No. Oh, we pause, I guess, when we go to that. Okay. Let's see if we can enforce the demands here. They won't accept our demands just yet. So now we're in the battle again. I tried to go and pursue them, but couldn't catch up to them. They went back, and then I went and met them there, and looks like they're down to 38, 15, 2 people, 0. Okay. They don't have anybody left. We're having a siege now, so the maximum is we don't have any siege weapons or anything. Our army's looking good. Did I miss something? Weren't they down to 0? I guess they found some more people that wanted to fight. Okay, which is fine. We're about ready to sway that guy though, which is cool. Hey, we got our enhanced defense, so that's cool. So let's see here. They're up to 163 soldiers. We're at 686, and we're just going to go ahead and see how this goes. So hints, it says. These are all those victories I just got. Okay. Sway isn't going good. We got 3 months to go. This is a long war for what I thought was going to be a real good lopsided victory pretty quickly, but it's not quite happened that way. Wow, they're at -9. I mean, they're getting crushed over there. I mean, come on now, surrender. Alright, looks like they don't have any. Let's see, let's go to the war again. Can we please enforce the demands? No, they're not going to accept. He's going to become my vassal. I don't want him to become the vassal. I want him out. I don't have. Do I have any hostages? Oh, I do. Oh, I can offer him. I can offer him one of my sons or something like that. All right, here we go. Wait a minute. Oh, my daughter-in-law gave birth to a daughter. Since the little one is part of the Dal Case dynasty, she should be blessed with a good name. We can choose our own. I don't think we want to name her Ben. We could name her after her mother. Oh, that's after her mother's mother. Okay. Gotcha. No. I think we should go with Mm, here, let's go with. Let's make it a little less formal here. Um, why does it say? Why does it say that it's still that name? I don't know. Maybe it'll change if I do this. Well, let's just see. No media effects. Okay. Did we win this war yet? Active wars. I mean, but the war score, I guess, is at 50%, and that's the reason why. Plus 50 max, but total soldiers 35, bowmen 20, light horsemen 10, levies 0, elite quality. Well, come on now. I mean, it's time for you to give up, right? I mean, you got to give up sooner or later. Um, the swaying continue here? He is at +2. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's cancel this scheme. Yes, because we don't want him to actually detect it, right? But what we were able to do there is we were able to get him to a +1. So that is good. Let's go back to the military and oh, this is general. Here's my armies. And here's our active war. And can we please attack? I mean, I'd like to head. We're in a war. Can we attack? Army actions. Select a new commander. Split off the new army. Open the siege. So we have a maximum of 3 months left. I see. Select the holding. Yep. So daily siege progress is 1.2 a day. Siege events 20 days. We can assault the fort, but the walls must be breached. We don't have any siege weapons, but we're basically just cutting off, I guess, all outside help and such to them. And it looks like they actually got some more. Who's this guy? Well, that's the Earl thing. So there's our army, and they're doing just fine. They're just kicking it there. And then here's the war, and you know they got 100 soldiers. Why can't we just go ahead and? Well, maybe it's because. Here, let's select our army, and the open the siege here. Maximum 43 days left. Yeah, it's not looking good for them. I would think at this point it's. Okay, now we. Oh no, we can't assault the fort. Okay. You know what? Let's just go ahead and increase the speed here. because we are going to win this. And this is what we didn't do last time. All right, so maximum days. Oh, looks like they want to come and fight some more. But this siege is just, here we go, 1 day left. Boom. We now control Desmond. Siege 1, we got $32 from doing it. And what if we go to military? I can't go down to active war, so yeah, there I can. We're going to go ahead and enforce this. Greetings, my liege. Your wisdom or mercy are legendary. You're a much greater foe. I will comply. So, sign the Earl. So, we are now the Earl. Boy, I love how he signs it Earl, and he's actually no longer the Earl. I mean, I took your title away from you, buddy. Don't sign it like that. He became a vassal, and the Allies shared, well, which is me, 400 prestige. So look at our prestige, went up to 1,284 now. And we gained 40 fame as well. So that's really good. So it wasn't a very long war. It went on for, 4 months? 3 months, actually. A little bit like 1 day less than 3 months. Okay, wasn't very long. So now we are the rulers of this. Now, can I go ahead and the army needs to go back. Disband. Here we go. Oh wait, should I do the tutorial thing? Hold on. Okay. Oh no. Has this happened again? Okay, wait a minute. Hold dismissed. Um, we have a truce. And we are at peace. And I would like to go back to tutorial, but it's not allowing me. I also would like to get. Oh, it's done it again. Oh, this is unfortunate. I thought I had it, but I did something wrong apparently. Hints. That's the character finder. Okay, here's the battle. There's the details. I can't move anything around here, unfortunately. Can I go to my army? Oh boy. What if we go to... Unfortunately, I can't go to Oh my goodness. Have I done it again? Well, I can't um, pause it. Oh darn! I did. I think I pushed. I understand, and that I wasn't supposed to do that. I had the I was able to select the army for like a split second there. Your armies. Yeah, I'd like to go ahead and send them back and disband. That's what it said. These are knights. Oh boy. I have to disband them. That's what I didn't do. I don't want to raise the army. I want to disband all. Why can't I disband them? Oh no. I can't zoom in or anything. Oh, this is not good. Oh, this is sad because I had the disband and I didn't click on it. I went back to the tutorial. Border Reavers, mercenaries. No, 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 no. Um, I'm on manual. Boy, I want to disband them. Here, what if we went to raise all armies? Let's see what would do. What that would do. I just can click there. It won't let me move my cursor. Oof. All right. Military, disband all. Disband all. Why does it keep on selecting that? There's no active wars. I'm in a truce. Here's my castle now in Ennis, but that's not really what I'm looking for. That's the earldom of Thomond, the earldom of Ennis. Where's my earldom of down there in Desmond? This guy here. There's no hints. Oh man. Activities? No. Decisions? The court? He's at a +4. That's good. Here's the military. Boy, I wish this tutorial would continue. What's that? The rally point in Thomond. Local levies, low quality. All soldiers, decent quality. I guess that's plus the men at arms. Okay. We have a truce. Which is going to last for 4 years. But, you know, triangle doesn't even work at all for the character menu. Um, I mean, L2 doesn't work for the character uh, radial menu either. And R2, holding R2 down doesn't work either. So it does look like this thing has actually broken again, which is kind of unfortunate because we were doing things interestingly. All right, you know what though? That's fine. We're not going to get frustrated. We're going to exit the tutorial because I think we learned the gist of it. So let's go ahead and I think we should just continue on a new stream next time. Um, but we got the gist of it. We got better at it. And I think the next stream, which will be episode 2, which is really 3, but we will go ahead and we'll start a new game. And I'll show you what that's all about here. So we can do the Fate of England. We can do Rags to Riches, which is the recommended start. And then we can do Iberia in Pieces. So the Rags to Riches is the recommended start. Or we could go with 867, go back in time a little bit more, and do the Great Adventurers. So these are times of great challenge, and we could choose one of these guys here. How is that hard? He owns a lot more than this guy who's easy. I don't know. Or we can go way up here and do that. Um, or we can create our own. Let's see here. This one we just did. I guess this is kind of more a tutorial as well. Um, so, should we just continue with this guy next episode? I think so. We'll go ahead and do the Duke of Munster next time, and we'll see how that goes. But until then, if you like this video, like this series, go ahead and drop a like, and we will see you in the next one. Take care and God bless.